Hey guys, what is going on? I hope you're all doing fantastic. Have you ever wondered why it is that some people can just do whatever they want? They seem to be always motivated, no matter what circumstance there is, nothing can stop them. And I have always wondered why it is that they can pull it through and I couldn't. And after a long time I found out, and today I'm going to share with you why it is that some people seem to be so determined in their life that nothing in the world can ever stop them. But before we get to the answer, let's quickly talk about where we are today. This is Zeche Ewald. It's an old coaling mine that was founded in 1871, and until the year 2000 it was actually in use to get coal out of the earth. And in the peak period, over 4,000 people were employed up here getting the coal out of the earth, and it brought quite a lot of prosperity to the region. Nowadays it is used for some new technology firms like solar companies, wind energy, and lately they even added hydro energy to the portfolio of this amazing place. Yeah, and this coal mine is a really good example of how the old buildings are nowadays used to get new jobs into the area. Because after the coal mining area had ended, many people had lost their jobs, and all of those beautiful old buildings were starting to rot away, and many people were just unemployed. And nowadays they use those buildings to get new technology companies in here. We even got some media companies up here, special effects companies, architects really love this place. And if you look around, you can clearly see why. I mean, those buildings are just beautiful, and I just love how they are building new companies in this old heritage area and bringing new jobs to the area, and I think it's really beautiful. So let's just explore the place a little bit more before we continue talking about how some people just are super motivated all day long and what you have to do to be like them. So what am I exactly talking about? I'm talking about the answer to the question of the big why. Why are you doing something? You have to immediately know the answer. Why do you want to earn a lot of money? Many people, for example, will tell you that they are doing something for the money. They say they work overtime for the money. They put in extra work for the money. And then you ask them why. Why do you do it for the money? And they are telling you, because I want to be rich, I want to have money. But this is not enough. The answer has to be much deeper than that. The answer has to be so deep that it gets you fired up every single morning. Whenever you have doubt, you have to know the answer. For example, the answer could be, I want to be rich because I want to be able to afford good healthcare for my family. I want to be able to afford, for example, a good house. I want to retire early. This could be something that could be the answer. But like I said, the answer has to be so powerful that it gets you up in the morning. And whenever you have doubt, this answer will get you fired up and it will pull you through. And then you will be motivated. But how do we actually find the answer to that question? Well, first of all, there's no universal answer to the big why, because everybody is different, and even your big why will change over time, because the older you get, the more you evolve, and your focus of your life will constantly change. And this is a really great thing, because it gives you the chance to constantly reset your focus and to constantly keep your motivation high. You see, now you're young and your goal is maybe to make a lot of money. But maybe in 10 years you will have a family and your goal is to provide for your children and for your wife. And this is a great thing, because now you are able to reset your focus and to set a new goal. And like I said previously, It is not enough to say, well, I want to make a lot of money. You need to find the reason that lies behind that. And to do that, there's one simple trick. Just imagine what would happen if you already had reached your goal. So, for example, your goal is to make a lot of money. Now ask yourself, what would I do if I already had the money? Would I buy a boat? Would I buy a house? Wherever would I use the money? What would positively change in my life? Maybe your goal is to lose weight. Ask yourself, what would be different if I had normal weight? Would I be able to run a marathon? Would I be more attractive? You need to find the reason that lies behind your goal to stay truly motivated. And maybe during that process you will find out that your goal isn't actually your real goal, because you can't find the reason that lies behind the goal. Maybe you just thought your goal should be to make a lot of money, but you find out that the money isn't that important to you. Maybe you're hoping that money will buy you time, so you can reset your goal to already have the time now. So maybe you don't need to make 100,000 euros per year. Maybe it's better to make just 50,000 euros per year and already have more time. More time for your friends, more time for your family. And once you have found out what the real reason behind your goal is, it allows you to stay motivated, because now you know what you're working for or what you're aiming for. And now that you have found the real reason behind your goal, it is so much easier to stay on track, to keep focus, and just to power through every obstacle there is in your life. It just gives you orientation. And with this orientation in the hardest moments, you just have like a North Star you can follow in the darkest moments.
Definition of half man, half drugs. Ask the clubs, bad boy, that's what's up. He trying to do them all.
Well guys, I just finished watching Bad Boys 3 and the movie was brilliant. I mean, the interaction between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith felt like just in the good old days. Martin Lawrence was just brilliant, the whole movie was hilarious, full of action, and it just reminded me of the good old days in my youth. And there was even one quote or one part in the movie that absolutely fit our topic of the day. And that was a little story about a Buddhist monk. So the story goes like this. There's a Buddhist rider on his horse, and as he's rushing through the forest, there comes another rider. And as he's passing him, he splashes him full of mud. And the other rider is like, "Hey man, where are you going?" And the Buddhist rider is, "I don't know, ask the horse." Yeah, and in my mind, this story is just brilliant because it fits so well in our modern day and age. Everybody, or most of the people, are just rushing through life, and we don't even know why. We don't have a goal, we don't have a purpose in life, we don't know why we are rushing. We are just rushing because life tells us to hurry, to not waste any time, and this is so sad. So if you did make it to this point, don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.